Good freaking morning, people. Big Red here. Thank you all for tuning in to my Red Talk. It is Friday, February 9th, I think. I think it's the 9th. Pretty sure it is. But it is Friday. The weekend is here. Finally, I know everybody's been waiting. I know for me it doesn't really make much of a difference. Never did, never does. But it's still nice to have a little weekend action. And it's Super Bowl weekend, so that's even better. We got the Super Bowl on Sunday. Chiefs versus the 49ers, which should be a really good game. Everything in me wants the 49ers to win, and I think they will. But Patrick Mahomes and Kelsey and the Chiefs, man, they're a different level. So they're good. I'm not going to deny that. Can't deny that. Can't deny that at all. So I'm hoping it's just a really good game. That would be the first and foremost important thing here. So I'll take that. I'll take a good game. That's all I really ever want. Not some lopsided nonsense for the Super Bowl. That's never fun. Doesn't make for a good game. All right. I'm a football fan. I like good games. So we got that coming up this weekend. Drop a comment down below if you're doing anything fun for the Super Bowl. If you're into the Super Bowl, if you care at all. Who you think's gonna win, all that good stuff. I want to see. Let's see what we got. I know I will be working majority of the day, so no idea what time I'll get done, whatever. So did want to come on here today though, because I had a question. So Captain Flowers had asked me if I own this cannoli business. And the answer to that is yes, I do. Right, I own a Italian dessert company. So we do cannolis, which is not just regular cannolis. We do flavored cannoli cream, which is unreal. Like Oreo cream. We have pistachio, Nutella, birthday cake, Reese's. We got espresso, dulce de leche, pistachio. Like, this stuff is actually crack. Sorry, woke up real snotty today. But yeah, this stuff is like unbelievable. So me and my buddy Brandon, if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen him. 100%. We own it. We run it. And yeah, it's pretty dope. We had a kiosk in the mall. You know what? I'm going to start from the beginning. All right, I'm going to start from the beginning here. So Brandon had a little side hustle that he was doing, and which was Dolce Bella, which is what it is now, I should say. So he started it as Italian ice carts. So he would get Italian ice. He had these black and white carts. I think when I got involved, he had maybe 3 or 5 carts, maybe more. I don't really remember, to be honest. But he had these carts, and he would go and he would do backyard parties and weddings and some some other types of events and stuff, and would bring the cart there, set up the cart. The whoever hired picks out the flavors. Somebody goes, somebody scoops the ice, serves it to them. We clean up and leave, and that's still our model to this day. So started off with that. Then he started dabbling in gelato as well. So we do Italian ice, offer Italian ice, offer gelato. Now this whole time I was working down at the bar, and he was one of the owners and managers of the bar that I worked at. So we became friends like that. This was like 7 years ago now. We became friendly. We weren't like hanging out ever, but we're friendly on like a work level, which was good. And he was always talking to me about it, and I would always, if you guys have been around here for a while, I always have crazy ass ideas. So just started like batting shit off him all the time and coming back, and so we just started talking about it. I said, it's cool. I like it. I love the idea. I think the idea is great. Then he came to me and he was like, listen, I have another idea. And I was like, and that was with the cannolis. And I was like, okay. I was like, first of all, I love cannolis. Second of all, I'm in. And third of all, I'm living a fat kid's dream. So, had some money, bought into his company, and honestly, the rest is kind of history from there. So at that point, we had Italian ices, we had gelatos, we offered cannolis, always coming back with ideas for different flavors and different ways to do everything. And he'd be calling me at 4 o'clock in the morning, like waking me up, and we'd be trying all this different stuff, and it was honestly really good. It's really good stuff. And so we started from that. Did about a year or so, I think, of just carts. So people would book the carts, we'd set them up, same thing with the cannolis. They pick what flavor cannoli cream they wanted. We'd show up, set up the cart, set up with somebody to work it, clean it up, take it home like we were never there. That's just the way we do it. And things started like that, and me and him always talked. We were like, all right, we were getting booked out for some like pretty big weddings and stuff, and I was like, kind of in the back of my head, like kind of planting the seed with him. I was like, I think we need a storefront. I think we need a store. I think we need people to be able to come and try this all the time. And it was from there that snowballed into getting a deal at Roosevelt Field Mall, where we had a kiosk, and the kiosk was right in front of JCPenney and Build-A-Bear, if anybody knows Roosevelt Field Mall. So it was in a pretty good spot, and a lot of growth went into that. We went in there, we offered all 3 products, so everybody had the option of that, and endless amounts of flavors for everything. So that was cool. We had it, you were able to try whatever you wanted. You were able to, mix and match flavors if you want. You were able to, you know, it was cool, and people were really digging it. And we had, I'm trying to think, we were there for about 8 months in total. So, and then as the kiosk was still going, the events business grew. We were doing God knows how many a day. I think we averaged I think over the summer we averaged 12 events a week. So we had 12 events a week that was going on, and which was crazy in itself. And I kind of took on that role of running the events and running the operation behind it, which is cool. But it's the kiosk was cranking, the events game was cranking. We had a lease with the mall that ran up, so we had to move out of there. We closed down over there. Now where we're at now is we are currently in the building process of opening up another store, which is going to be in Oceanside, which is nice. It's a high traffic area. It's a very good location. I think that this store is going to be wild, and I'm very, very excited. It's obviously taking too long for any of our liking to get done, but that just seems to be the way it is. And yeah, so in the meantime, what we've been doing is, we kind of became like social media people in the meantime. So we've been cranking out content like crazy. We've had a bunch of, obviously a bunch of viral posts. I think our Dolce Bella page is close to 15,000 followers, which is cool. If you want to go follow that, it's at Dolce Bella NY. You can go and see all the craziness that we get up to. And yeah, so in the meantime, we've been going hard on the social media. We have a whole line of merch, right? This is one of our sweatshirts here. We got hats and stuff as well. So that's DolceBellaNY.com. You can go and check that stuff out, which is pretty good. And people like it. People like the videos. People feel like connected to us. It's cool. It's very cool. So what we decided to do was do some pop-ups, just so we can get the product out to people still. So the first pop-up we did was in Rockville Center. It was a speakeasy. So we set up in a bar that was an actual speakeasy, but the front was a hair salon, so it looked like you were going into a hair salon. We set it up with, they had to come in, say a password. They had to come in, ring a bell. Everybody was awkward and quiet, and fill out a piece of paper with what you want. And then they would sit down and we would literally roast them. Absolutely roast them. Everything about them. And it was great. People loved it. It's so toxic. But it is we were so mean to people. We would tell people they look like they killed kittens for fun and shit like that. And they'd get done, they'd get their cannolis and be like, "Oh, thank you guys so much. I really had fun. That was great." I was like, bro, I just called you a serial killer that lives in his mom's basement. Like, why do you like that? So that was pretty cool. And now we're doing one, it's called the Cannoli Club, which is in West Hempstead. So it's at a nightclub, and we're kind of treating it like, you know, we have kind of treating it like a club, right? You can go to a club, you get in, you know, you can go and buy drinks, whatever, like individual drinks and stuff. Or you can go in, you can buy a package, and you can have bottle service, and they come out and bring everything out. Like, completely not my scene, by the way. I was never a big bottle service guy. And so we have that now, which we're doing that, which this weekend is actually the last weekend we're there. So we have been doing that for the last month or so, which has been really good as well. A lot of people coming out, a lot of love. You know, and it's fun, and it's cool because we get to be like super creative with what we want to do. We do have a very unique product, and it's cool to see people liking it and enjoying it. And you know, it's cool to see like all right, we went and set up at these 2 random places, and people still came. You know, people still came to get our shit. So it's dope, and you know, it's exhausting for sure, but it's the life I signed up for, and I wouldn't trade it for a thing. I'm the happiest I've been in my working life, and you know, I get to do something cool and unique and fun, and something that I really care about every day. You know, so that's kind of awesome. So definitely give the Instagram a follow at DolceBellaNY. TikTok too, trying to build the TikTok up a bit. So if you're seeing this, go follow it on TikTok. That way we could be world famous TikTokers. But yeah, that's really the gist of the entire thing. Like, you know, I work 7 days a week right now. I'm, you know, constantly busy, constantly on the phone, constantly thinking of ideas, constantly, you know, my brain never stops, which is good and bad. You know, it's good for now. It's definitely good for now because, you know, you need to be in this game, you have to be like that. You know, and I would highly recommend that if anybody out there that is thinking about, you know, starting your own business, don't know what to do, don't like working, doing what you do, take a chance, man. Like, it's not easy by any means, but it's probably the most rewarding thing you'll ever do. And if you have a decent idea, you're gonna be fine. You know, if you have a decent idea and want to go after something, you know, do it. You know, social media is a beautiful tool to use right now. You know, think about it, make an Instagram page, make a TikTok, you know, flood it. My theory on everything, flood the village, right? Saturate it with so much shit that people can't open up their phone and not see you. That's my theory on it. You know, you want to be the people that always pop up on their Instagram. That's who you want to be. So if you got a decent idea, if you got some, I'm not saying you can't start from nothing, but it does take money. I'm not that I'm made of money whatsoever. I'm literally not. But go for it. Go for it. Find a little niche and fucking hammer away at it. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. And you put everything into it. You literally leave no stone unturned for anything you do. You'll be alright. You'll be alright. It might not be overnight. It might take 2-3 years, but you'll be there. That's for sure. So that's kind of the long and short of Dolce Bella there. We're currently in like an expansion phase, so we're gonna open Oceanside, and once Oceanside's up and running, and we're gonna hit like a Suffolk County location, then we're gonna go maybe to the city and maybe Brooklyn, Queens, stuff like that. So be on the lookout. Dolce Bella's taking over. And if you want some merch, go to dolcebellany.com and buy some merch. That's we got a couple hoodies and t-shirts and hats and stuff on there. So yeah, that's really all I got on that. So thank you for asking the question. I hope I gave you a good answer. I know it was probably all over the place. I'm literally drinking coffee on an empty stomach and nothing in me but caffeine and nicotine, so that's cool. But yeah, that's the long and short of Dolce Bella, how it started, the little process, where we're at now, what we're doing. Listen, I love being a business owner. I love having freedom to do what I want to do. Trying to set I tried really hard for the last 5 or 6 years now to set my life up to be able to do what I want to do when I want to do it. And this is it. This is it. I don't have to worry about putting in PTO and hoping that my boss approves it. I'm kind of just like, listen, I'm going away this week. Don't plan anything. That's kind of how it is. So it's good. It's definitely good. And I enjoy every second of it. I'm tired, but I enjoy every second of it. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that was that was kind of what you were looking for. And yeah, any other questions or anything about it, drop a comment down below. Let me know. I'll come back on here and answer it and go from there. So thank you all for tuning in. Please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the post notifications on, all that good stuff. Follow Dolce Bella at Dolce Bella NY on Instagram and TikTok, and get some merch at dolcebellany.com. So happy Friday. Enjoy your weekend. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.